and welcome to the Miniature Construction Company. Now, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all my subscribers and everybody out there a very, very Merry Christmas. Bit of a special day today. I've waited till today to open this and unbox it. As you're probably aware from the title, it's a Fayee 6x6 truck, the FY004. Just thought it would make a nice change from all the WPLs. It was a toss-up between the HEMTT looking truck from Fayee and the ManCat from JJRC. And what swung it basically was the price. I picked this up quite cheap, surprisingly cheap actually, as usual. And the other thing was it's proportional steering, so I've not got to worry about messing around with it too much. I'm going to do a few bits and pieces to it, but I didn't want to have to replace all the electronics at the very start in order to get fully proportional steering. So, without a moment to lose, let's get the plastic off and unbox it. Quick look at the box first, and then we'll get it out. Obviously, the truck is 6-wheel drive. I think it comes with a 180 motor as standard as well. 7.4 volt battery, 2.4 gig controller. This actually says it comes with a camera, but I don't think it does. I think it's just like a generic box. This one shouldn't have the camera in it. And more importantly for me at the moment, it's fully proportional steering. So the rest of the box has just got a few instructions on, telling you it's got diffs. You need 3 AA batteries for the controller. There's just a few instructions on it. As usual, with any of these unboxings, you're literally seeing it as I'm taking it out of the box. I haven't opened this. This is literally how it's come to me. And may I say, unusually, the box is in pretty good condition as well. It's not been squashed or anything. So, but let's get it open. Off here. Oh, I see. Right, I might fast forward a bit and remove all this packaging for you, because otherwise it's going to be quite boring. Okay, packaging removed. In the box we get the instructions, the control, which is fully proportional with steering and throttle trim, which is nice. Obviously 3 AA batteries go in the bottom. We also get a little screwdriver, a little Allen key, but I'm not sure what that's for yet, a fake plastic aerial for the control, and the USB cable for the battery. Now the battery lives in the top here. It's just a little 500 milliamp hour lithium battery. I can tell it's lithium because I bet you can't see there, but it looks as though there's a little charging circuit sits between the two, so that's good. I mean, it's 7.4 volts, so it means I'll be able to put these 2 of these 18650 batteries in it, so that's good. First impressions, it's quite a big thing really. It's quite a big truck. If we compare it to the B14, I think you'll get an idea how big it is. Sorry for the mess, but yes, God, it's quite a decent size. That is quite a decent size. Oh yes. Also, the differentials on this are, well, they've got differentials basically, so all of them. What a difference this will make off-road, I don't know. The tyres as well seem lovely and soft, with a decent sort of aggressive tread pattern on them. I've also noticed that, I think I found out what that Allen key's for. You can actually unscrew the drive shafts from the well, from the shaft on the gearbox and the shaft on the differential. There's a little Allen grub screw in there, and you can unscrew those, and I'm assuming they pop off, so there must be like flats machined on these, so that's good. Instead of the WPL ones like glued on and sometimes they're a devil to get off. That'll be nice, because I'm going to try and put a 260 motor in this at some point. So suspension, yes. Inside the interior, I think you can open the doors. Yes, you can. The interior is quite detailed. Nice little touch. You can fold the like little tailgate down. Also, the on-off button is located underneath. Turn it on, it beeps. Lights flash at you. All you have to do then is bind it to the controller, and you're away. And like I say, it's fully proportional, this, so that's a good. So let's stop messing around in here and take it outside. In conclusion then, let's start with the bad points, and there aren't many. Suspension. The suspension is very firm. I think most of the suspension is actually the tyres. Similar sort of setup to WPLs and JJRCs, not with these little leaf springs. But these do seem particularly firm and bouncy. Right, the other bad point is the elephant in the room really, and that's the open diffs. It loses traction very easily. As you can probably tell from the video, as soon as it sort of cocks a wheel up and one wheel is free from the ground, it just spins, the other wheel loses traction. it's game over. However, this is probably not a terribly difficult problem to resolve, and is well worth trying to resolve, because it seems that it's such a good little truck. One of the ways you can combat it is, well, I've actually done this. I've actually ordered some very, very viscous diff oil, which hopefully I'll fill the diffs up and it'll produce enough drag, whereas it won't make the open diffs as aggressive. So, you know, drive will be maintained where normally the diff would cut in and you just end up with a spinning wheel. So hopefully that's a fairly straightforward fix. I didn't want to do it mechanically with hot glue or blue tack. I thought I'll get some proper oil, and so it doesn't put too much strain on anything inside, basically. Now then, the good points. The steering on the truck is excellent, it really is. The controller, it feels a half decent controller actually, quite smooth. You've got throttle and steering trim. The throttle trim is like a dual rate speed controller, if you like, so you can go fast or slow. It actually seems to crawl really well, this does, so if I can sort the diffs out, I think it would make a really good off-road truck. The battery life, considering it's only like a little thing like that, 500 milliamp hour, the battery life is superb. I mean, I charged it once before I did the video. It never gave the impression that at any point that it was going to go flat. So now also there does seem to be a decent amount of power in this. I was quite surprised actually, considering it's only got a 180 motor in it, and it's quite a heavy thing, but it's got some go in it. It really has. I don't know if the gearbox is geared particularly low down, but like I said before, it seems to crawl really nice, and it seems to have plenty of torque. So that was a real nice surprise. It's got plenty of go in it. Also, one thing I have noticed having a quick look round it is, now might upset a few people here, but the build quality seems to be a little bit better than WPL. Just the way the axle, just the way that the drive shaft, there's no flash or moulding marks on anything really. It just seems as though it's just a bit more of a solid product, so thumbs up for Fayee on that one, well done. Also, there's plenty of space in here for electronics, or if you wanted to put a smoke generator in here, and this little back piece here, it's absolutely cavernous, so if you did want to upgrade the truck, it would be dead easy to do. You'd be able to secrete the extra electronics in there, no problem whatsoever. If you're all interested in this truck, I'm hopefully going to do a few small mods, bits and pieces to it over the coming weeks and months, so it'll be well worth staying tuned or subscribing, and then you'll get the updates. Even though it seems as there's plenty of power, I was going to try and shoehorn a 260 motor in it, and possibly at a later date stick some electronics in, see what it's like then. So, would I recommend this truck? I'm going to say yes, actually, I would. Like I mentioned to you earlier on in the video, it was a sort of toss-up between the Mancat looking JGRC Helifar 6-wheel drive truck, but I wanted something with proportional steering really, so I plumped for this one. I did pick it up at right money as well. But if anyone's thinking about getting a 6-wheel drive truck, I would recommend this. It's actually pretty good. I'm quite pleasantly surprised, and if we can sort these diffs out, like I say, I think it would make a really good off-road truck. I really do. Well, once again, thanks for watching. I'd like to again wish you a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever it is you're doing. If you found this video of some interest, please click the like, and if you're feeling that way inclined, hit that subscribe button. Thanks very much for watching.